You're locked in with Dexter Johnson, and this is Gospel Deets, and we are bringing the hottest Deets to the streets. Gospel Deets, Gospel Deets, Gospel Deets, Gospel Deets, bringing the gospel to the streets, yeah. Bringing the gospel to the streets, yeah.
Ready, Gospel Deets, welcome again, one more episode. Yo! Volume time of day, boy with a bag of something. You know, one of my favorite parts of this was, let me try to read that. What are you doing again? Guys, this is not me. Atta! Girl asked Atta him like this. Atta said fries. This is the Gospel Deets. This is the only place man can use bread and get girl. You see me, I said, I saw the thing work out here. You understand? This Valentine's Day special was such a good one for me. Yo, I laughed till I week. I tell you, Joe, Brady, big up yourself. Who is Gary? Nobody knows Gary. Who is Gary? When Gary do that, Gary never. Listen to man, Gospel Deets. I could take the notice about forward back. Yeah, man, right now.
Gospel Deets is brought to you by Dre's Body Delish, Edge Accessories, Trappings Wear, Page Magazine, Wayne's Discount Center, and Caribbean Gospel TV.
Alright, Gospel Deets, so we are back. You understand? And I never disappoint you guys. Do I ever? So in studio today with us, we will have Jai Kingston. Yeah, man! Hands up for Jesus Christ! Listen! I'm not writing an interview when I don't waste much time. Feature the tune right now, we'll get in an interview. Ready? Jai, big up yourself.
Now go let down Jesus know. 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 No dilly dally, no bend down low. Now go let down Jesus.
Alright, Gospel Deets, so I'm telling you, every time we have a special guest in the place. And this time, it is none other than the energy man himself, Jai Kingston.
Yeah.
General, how are you doing?
Yeah, General.
Such a pleasure to have you on this episode. Let me tell you this, people. And the two of them I follow Jai Kingston. We are talking about Catalyst days.
Yeah.
From them Roots album, then them thing there. We not talk about, you know, the pretty album, everybody on picture, the white one there.
Yeah.
No, from before that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Big shirt.
Big shirt. And the whole works. It is such an honor to talk to this man today. And it's such an honor to have him on Gospel Deets. Jai, what God?
Well, a lot, you know. So that's how the pan.
Realize it's
the world know God, you know?
It's a whole heap of God for real. So him have album and drop on them thing that so we're so getting at that. But let's talk about the start and the beginning of the journey, because you don't know if people know where I come from in the journey.
Yeah.
You know, I'm only see the finish. So I could know how they started.
Well, I was just a humble little youth from Augustown. You know, I got saved at the age of 12 years old, turned over my life to the Lord in a very dramatic. If people know my testimony, how I got saved, it was without an altar call at a street meeting, and you know, now I knew that it was the power of the Holy Ghost that was upon me, and I just went to the altar in tears and gave my heart to the Lord without an altar call. And from then till now, you know, I've always
From then till now.
Yeah, man.
Because if you tell with how much years with the one age, you know.
I know up there, you know, but you don't know the look it. Thanks be to God.
Thanks be to God. Listen, so you got saved at age 12.
Yeah.
But I'm sure music maybe started before.
Yeah, music started before. I was singing with well, in the bathroom first, and then my cousin heard me, like probably about age 8 or so. He heard me and then introduced me to a sound system in the era.
Yeah, but I remember I saw name.
Star.
Okay.
See, in Augustown and thing with Orville them and Marky them and them and the Openland and thing, and so, you know, just went in there, man, and played the version of me, the
rhythm, yeah.
Sing, and we just start sing. You know, and my favorite song was Odana at the time, you know.
Odana?
Yeah, because my auntie named Dana, and she's my favorite auntie, so, you know.
Big up onto that.
Yeah, big up onto that.
So the music journey. So when you came into Christendom now.
Yeah.
Now, what propelled you to continue that music ministry in Christendom? Who inspired that move or other part of the record?
Well, first, when I got saved, and at my baptism, I sang. And the song that I did was Grace Triller's "Can't Even Walk Without You Holding My Hand." And the pastor was like, "Wow, you can sing," and many other members in the church, was kind of applauding me. I said, "Well, you have a nice voice, Ray." And so, when the church was invited to be a guest or to perform at any other church in the community, I was sent there, to represent for the church and so on and so on. And so right around the circle and the community, people start to know me as the singer, the singer youth, And then there was a group that was forming outside with outside members out of the community at the time called Sounds of Joy, which later on changed the name to Total Praise. So I joined that group at the age of probably about 14, 15. I was young, very young, and yet still I was always pushed up to the front,
you have a pretty voice.
Yeah, so people, going up there say youth guy, and then them telling me, Kurt Franklin and the Fred Hammonds and so on, so I grew up on the style and the American style and so on and so on. And we were singing all over Jamaica, man, no money, but, we loved seeing me and seeing me. The love for music and the love for the ministry has always been dearest to the heart, So, even before, we start to be a recording artist, we have always been out there, cultivating and things. So I said to the young youths, don't rush the process, Tell
them in that camera.
Yeah, man, nobody rush the process. No rush the process, man, because, it will come. You know what I mean? When a tree ready, and the fruit ready, you see me I say?
Definitely.
Trust me, you don't even have hands for contain when the harvest really come forward. So I say, don't rush the process, Yeah.
So from Total Praise to Catalyst Crew, I assume?
No.
From
Total Praise to, because there was a little drought and I did it by myself and go and chill. And then Ryan Berry.
Yeah, man, remember Ryan Berry.
Ryan Berry linked me and I said, say a producer, I think I probably about a year or so. No, but before that, doing Wire. Yeah, they were at School of Music at the time.
Yeah.
And they were forming the group C Sharp. And there was
so
there was a singer there and things. So doing say so man, fowl man, because he was in Total Praise at one point in time.
Okay,
So that's how the relationship kind of developed from then. And he invited me to be a part of C Sharp. So it was a brief moment, but yet still, that was the next transition. And then, everybody kind of just water down a little bit of me there by myself. And then I get a call from Ryan Berry probably about some months after. Say, Johnny, which is Marjan Music, is interested in new, new acts and so on and so on. So he wants to produce. I'm said, cool. So I went for an audition, spoke to Johnny and, sing and thing. I said, man, voice good, man, and thing right away. The man show a song for me. And the man say, me sing that singer for me. I start play it and Ryan know it. So him start, hum it and thing. And, I joined in, which was Can't Take My Lord.
Oh gosh, that tune! No wonder why that song is so special to you.
Yeah man. Because it was first a duet, between me and Ryan. We were going to call our old duet Joe and Joe, which is Joseph and Joshua. Yeah. But that never worked out. So I say, so you can understand now why the transition from the Joe and Joe to a Jai, which is the acronym for Jesus and I.
So, some people just know that,
Yeah. So JAI is an acronym for Jesus and I, Jah and I, Jehovah and I, So that is where, when Ryan, transitioned and I was left by myself, I say, listen, man, Johnny, I say, you have to find a name, you can't call yourself Joe and Joe.
Yeah.
So, I say, boy, it's like a joke thing. So I say, alright, then, Jai, because I'm me and Jesus are partners. So from then till now, man. And then later on, we can talk about how the Kingston came about.
So, hold on. So, was there actual recording of Can't Take My Lord with you and Ray?
Yeah, man.
Was that ever released?
That was never released. That was never.
I wonder what that sound like, you know?
Yeah, man, do it. I mean, harmony and thing, man. He must sing it. He must sing film part and harmonize. I think we performed it first. It was over by Apostolic Church in Portmore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the first time that first. I think it was the second time. The first time was when we did Fun in the Sun in Ochi. There was a Fun in the Sun, I think in one of the part or something like so. You know, we did that down there and it was well received. And then I'll come at town now. There was a show in the Apostolic Church. I don't remember. I can't remember that Apostolic Church, man. Bishop Everton, I think, is a pastor at that time. You know what I mean? So yeah, me and Ryan, you know.
So the version like what we hear with Catalyst, it's similar or different?
It different because obviously you know what I mean. Me and him vocals, the structure is a little bit different, but in terms of you know the structure of the song as the verse and chorus is still the same, but it's just the sound of it was you know a little different. And then when Ryan left, Johnny said, "Boy, I forgot to record it by yourself." So I did it, and trust me, the rest is history. That song has taken me all over the world, man.
No, people have to understand, you know. I grew up listening to Jai Kingston. My mother have that album and she rinsed it in the vehicle and came and Gaia every Sunday morning in a church. Catalyst album I play and listen because they say the album they kinda inspire me even so as a musician. That was a transition of the gospel reggae. It was such a transformation. As the word Catalyst means.
Because it's agents for change. But prior to that there were so many other ministers who were trying to, you know what I mean, break that barrier, like change and even before change. You have Junior Miller, you have an ex-youth, the DJ was a part of the JCD. A long time I said them man, they are DJ, man. Yeah, man, I remember when we talk about Youth for Christ and we talk about Genesis. You know, when I got saved, and Grace Chillers was the group time.
Definitely.
So when I just got saved and I hear about Genesis as a young convert Christian, and I said, "Nah, man, I've got to take it in and thing." So them time it was the all night version. Watch night to the morning. So went down to by National Arena, and I remember, man, I was just standing there as a youngster, looking onwards at all of them people. You have the Shouter Brothers stuff.
You see the nostalgia going right
now. You see what I say? The Shouter Brothers. Listen to me. There's history. Genesis, man, tell you, man. Genesis, oh God, man. For me, that was my transition. Like, I stood there in the audience and I was looking on the stage, seeing the Shouter Brothers and so many other persons, and I saw Grace Chillers, and I'm saying to myself, what this one do, you know? Yeah. This one, definitely. I was inspired, right? And when I go back and I remember even at Genesis how Grace Chillers, especially when them start singing that train song, that you see me I say, and a train people running around the arena. It was very, very. It was a very transforming moment, the metamorphosis. Of my journey in terms of my decision to say,
this is what I'm doing.
Yeah,
man. So from Joe and Joe to Jai, Jai over and I, to Catalyst, and then now to Jai Kingston.
Yeah.
So the Kingston part was Jai over and I in Kingston. What?
Well, let me say Kingston because I'm here the King's son.
All right.
You know, I'm here to Kingston. I'm originally from Kingston. If Sean can name Kingston, I live at Kingston.
No, I say, why you
can't name Kingston? So the reason why still was the fact that when you Google JAI, I was lost in the matrix. May I tell you? I hold up an Indian man and China. I wonder what I'm going. So for years I've been saying, this is Jai. Nah. But nobody know Jai because there's not a picture, and when you're branding yourself, you have to make sure say the brand go with the image. When somebody Google, you're supposed to pop up, and the right thing is supposed to pop up. So I learned that along the way, and I said, no, listen, I have to rebrand myself, and put the Kingston on it and make it more, you know, the search more friendly, you know.
So I realize what I'm going on now.
Yeah.
So to Jai Kingston, talk to us now about the upcoming album. Now listen, is when me reflecting on people. Me actually I see the reunion of Jai Kingston and Radic.
Yeah.
It never made when we just play the song,
yeah,
it never meant to me. But me I said no man. A Jai and Radic they on the track, you know.
Yeah, man.
If anybody know about the duo, any
man.
song them
Power
touch,
duo, man.
and I know no man.
Yeah, man, yeah,
You get to me and say, I can list my favorites from the album. I know it back and front.
Yeah.
You understand the first song for the album, you know it already.
Yeah.
Alright.
Open up your eyes.
You can see. Remember that start with me. So talk to us now about that single first. You know what how it reach? Who call who?
Yeah.
You know how it work and talk to
Okay, so normally more time me already could attack,
Yeah.
you know, even before, you know, we started to do, but from a long time,
Yeah.
you know, I knew that, you know, we wanted to do something
Okay.
together. But, you know, just the whole politics at the moment back then, and then it took time for things to kind of, you know, clear up and things. So he was a free agent now, and now is the opportunity, you know, for us to kind of come together. So we were on the phone, I called him, we were on the phone, it was a Friday evening, I was talking to him and said, boy, you know, some have a song, and you know, I've been thinking about it. I must say, alright then, so I drop it, and I say, now go let down Jesus know. Now go let down Jesus know. Now go let down Jesus know. No, the leader, bend down low.
I told you the background singer. Yeah.
See, so once I drop it, I say, yeah man. So but originally I was thinking, say, boy, I'm gonna do a Save Me Part 2, which is more like a medley format.
Yeah.
And he was saying, alright then cool, and so I said, then I have to do this, you know, think about something for drop in the mix and thing, whatever you think about and things. So, you know, he went ahead and started to listen to Save Me. Him do for him thing in the studio and kind of cut out voices and things. So him send him back like a whole recording of the thing and thing. And I said, wow, this sound good, you know, man. When me hear the verse, I said, wait, no man, this sound good, man. I said, then. So he was saying to me, boy, I tell you honestly, you know, I think so if I go like just call it Save Me Part 2, and I think if I just, you know what I mean, just do something all together. I said, alright then. So I went back to the drawing board and started to pen down some songs and thing, and then pen down otherwise some Now Go Let Down Jesus, the last song on the track. Lord, you sit on the heavenly throne.
Here we go, we just get a piece of what we're going.
See it?
Right. It's man.
See it? So I penned that, and I think one more song on it and thing, and then I add in like, you know, some songs that people more familiar with and thing, and just call it Nonky Punky.
Boy, man, yo, the name alone didn't be aware of people. I tell you the truth.
I want to tell you, say, at this track, you know, I know a good friend of mine in the Virgin Islands. So when I sent him the track, and because it was a long time I didn't communicate or send anything, because for about 2 years when I put out nothing. So he was saying to himself, say, boy, he was excited. You know, for years, say, boy, if he says, say, boy, I'm looking at him, email him, say, boy, I send him something. But when he goes and look on the title of the song, he must say, I wonder if Jai is still a Christian. Because it's me, I must say, no one keep on. I forced me to hear this and think, but that was very much intentional because I wanted it to spark some amount of interest, you know. Like when you hear that, you have to wonder, I've got some song this, no one keep on kick. But when him say, him goes and press play, him say, okay. Right now it blaze up the airways, man.
It had deal with the thing away. I featured it on Gospel Deets some time ago, but the artist is here.
Yeah.
You understand? Presently, no reach the niceness part. You understand? So the new album.
Yes.
Talk to me about the new album. I realize it's February 19th.
February 19th.
Yes.
It will be released on all digital platforms. Not only that, I'm celebrating my birthday on the same day, that is Sunday.
So you don't have a choice.
So you don't have a choice.
You don't have to stream the album, buy the album, do what you have to do.
Yeah. Can you have to bless up your boy for your birthday?
But for your birthday, you understand, we're going to put the cash up on the sale and them something
Yeah.
So the album, what's it called?
The album is called His Voice, Save Me. Definitely, if you think about like the reason why I put Save Me in it because you know, Save Me really is one of them songs there that transitioned me right across the board too. You know what I mean?
You cannot go anywhere and not sing that song,
I'm telling you, man. I mean, and every time I sing him, it have a pull up.
I feel pull up.
You know, so I say, listen, me, we just can't say his voice alone because his voice, I was really saying, you know, his voice, save me.
Yeah.
That's what I say, and that is just it. That's the name of the album, the title of the album. I had a song called His Voice. I'm trying to put it together, but I never get to, you know, like fully record it and put it out. So next time you'll hear that song right there.
So
you know what I mean?
we have a next album come next year.
Man, yeah.
So
man.
I know we waste a time thing.
Yeah, man.
You get me? You mentioned something earlier though.
Yeah.
About 2 years. I'm not being as active.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about that period. What is it that kept you going throughout that period?
Yeah.
When I realized, especially COVID it was hard a different way.
I'm telling you.
What kept you going, Jai Kingston?
Well, I was always active, you know, in church because church was, you know, I go to GWEET and I'm the worship leader there, and so I mean GWEET was going.
Yeah.
So trust me, when you don't want to move, you know,
you have to move.
you have to move. You know what I mean? And so that coupled with the fact that, you know what I mean, I had my family, you know, to take care of. So my wife and my extended family, auntie, you know what I mean, uncle and cousin and so on and so on. So for me, COVID was a time where we drew closer together.
I always call it a blessing in disguise.
Man, I would spend more time together in house and whenever the time free up and thing.
Yeah.
And my auntie they don't go so I can't go down the sun. It's like a whole coming together because everybody was kind of busy. You know what I mean? Ends of a meet and run up and down. So when things kind of slow down, COVID slow things down. Literally.
Real.
You know, the slow time just created an opportunity to bond. And for me, that kept me rooted and grounded. That kept me focused. And as well, I was always going back and forth to Christ Driven Records. That's in Olaba, Lamar Thompson.
Yeah, man, Lamar, pick up yourself.
Listen to me.
Real, good.
Proper engineer, you know what I mean? And he deal with the right thing, man. Tell you the right thing.
Real, I'm dealing with Mach 11.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mach 11, and he deal with a couple of the songs.
For real.
We're out there, you know what I mean? So check him out, you know what I mean? Definitely. So I was back and forth from Kingston to Olaba, and he was gracious enough to say, boy, I could work on this thing, and trust me, the album, I tell you, man, it has so much on it.
It's how much tracks?
It's going to be 12 tracks on it, but the first one is pretty much like an intro.
Like an intro,
you know what I mean? I'm gonna do a little intro with a little harmony by myself and thing.
Yeah, man, listen to man.
Yeah, listen to me.
Man.
The intro. Talk to me, tell me. We're here. Let's let me hear.
Yeah, let's talk to the boss for the intro. Listen, people. I'm so excited for Jai Kingston. I said, no, Jai, let me reach a arena for stadium and beat down the people and zig fence. When they're on stage.
Yeah, man. Listen, Jamaica 60.
Yeah, man, Jamaica 60. I have to match at the place. I have to make people them know. The boss not the place. Listen, I am so excited. You understand, Jai always inspire me Christianity, me tell you the truth. I first him know this. Yes, you understand? But from that time I saw Catalyst crew at arena, stadium, car park. You understand? It was a life-changing experience for me. I tell you that for real people. So Jai has always been there. I tell you, some of my favorites you talk about Man in the Middle.
Yeah.
You understand? Judah.
Yeah.
You understand? Him have a reggae cover when him do on Kirk Franklin's and enough time him not sing that song. Listen, man. When I find that track there.
Yeah.
Me not stop playing. Jai, come on.
But on my album launch, which is like my album party, because I want to plan something in April. So you can look out for that. You know what I mean? So, you know, follow me and you will know more information as things develop and things, because I'm planning something for April, the latter part of April. So look out for that.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Listen, me after that,
Yeah.
Yo, me after that.
We have a name for it, you know.
Wait, name now.
Praistopia. Which is Prayz. So pray and the praise. Pray and praise. Topia. It's worship paradise.
Let me tell you this.
Paradise.
You know we learned today. Jai, you find all I name them in a mango tree. You spend money for tag. if you know Jai Kingston,
I know about East India is real.
The East Indian love not normal, you know, if you pray on him YouTube channel and him WhatsApp and them thing there.
Yeah, man.
Him and the mango them.
Yeah, man.
There is one thing that we know about Jai.
Yeah, man.
If you once you buy the album, carry a mango, come give to.
Please. Let me say if you have an East Indian mango chair here, listen to me. Don't play with me. Carry one, come
serious.
give me. Alright, doesn't.
If he would sit down and feed himself, yeah man, the mango differently.
No. East Indian is my love. I tell you.
Boy,
Brother,
oh,
anytime I say East Indian mango, man.
Different
Oh
time.
God, man.
I told him if he carry down the come on the show right now, you know, because you don't see his
God,
smile
man.
get brighter right now.
Tell you.
You should have shaped the CD, the album CD like a mango. You should. But listen, it is such an honor just to have Jai Kingston again for Gospel Deets. You know, give me a shout out before you move now, say it go.
Now go let down Jesus know. Now go let down Jesus know. You can take away my own. The one in the middle save me. What you say, Jesus in the middle save me. Hey, it's Gospel Deets, you know. You might have changed the beat, you know. You don't know, stay up on your feet, you know. Jai Kingston representing always.
Listen, I see you with my deal on the stage. You just be a tune back up. You know, waste time. Listen, one of the biggest and most energetic entertainers you can find in the gospel industry. Yeah, man, people, check out Jai Kingston if you don't know him yet. Everybody must know him by now.
Yeah.
But thank you for making it Gospel Deets, man. Enough love, appreciate it, bro. Bless up.
Yeah.
So you hear from the man himself, album will drop February 19th. Make sure you tune in and then promises something is coming in April. So make sure everybody reach up there. If I talk keep, we don't get the details yet and carry a mango go. You understand? But right now we're just gonna get in a little activity. You see me? Pre-war go on right now. Boy, I see that game on Instagram so I have to try it. We just have a little fun now, man, Gospel Deets. So we'll see a thing work out.
Sorry. You don't wanna.
Hey, to make my chicken done, I ain't put that in my side.
Go again. Sorry, guys. Literally.
All the try, Odion try, he couldn't get piece of phone. I'm sorry, we have a sorry for you, know. And could you believe it? The littlest one out of the lot eat him was fall. This could be show you a woman craving. Yes? Anyways, that's for this. Thank you for making it another episode. Yeah, man. Thank you for tuning in. Continue to share, subscribe, and like. I'm going to keep on, I say this, but I don't feel like I couldn't do it. A joke. I might do it, you know, I want to do it more. You see me, I say, show us some love, man. You see me, give me some support, now, man. You see me? Anyway, Gospel Deets, enough love. Bless upon yourself. Big up yourself. You see me, I say.
Gospel Deets is brought to you by Dre's Body Delish, Edge Accessories, Trappings Wear, Page Magazine, Wayne's Discount Center, and Caribbean Gospel TV.